Hello everybody, Random Gnome here, and today we're going to talk about Destiny. It's going to be a little rant slash ramble. I'm not really angry. Destiny is definitely not a bad game, but if you have been paying attention, you know, the reviews are coming out mediocre, or that's what 7 out of 10 usually means in video games, when in movies a 7 out of 10 is actually, you know, better than average, which Destiny is. It just seems a 7 out of 10 in video games is a lot worse than a 7 out of 10 in movies, so you might be looking at it from a perspective that it's just a little better than shit. But it's not. It's not that bad of a game. I just want to talk, I'm a little bit disappointed, with something rumored with a budget of 500 million, you would expect a little bit something different. Considering that, the story is maybe around 4 to 5 hours, which is a little insane, and that was probably my time, and, I didn't rush at all. I played the game, very relaxed. I didn't, you know what I mean? So it was weird. So if you rush that game, you could probably destroy it so quickly. I don't know, you don't even have to touch the side quests, and you could be done, like, I don't know, 3 hours? That's a guess, I don't know. But it's crazy. So basically, what I'm assuming most of the budget went to is probably the voice actors and the music. So Peter Dinklage is the voice actor of the Ghost, which a lot of people are criticizing, which I think they have the right to do, considering he's very bland. The only comedy that's really in this game is him making terrible jokes, and they're not even funny in a bad way. So I'm not sure why he's in the game. Peter Dinklage, I don't even like Game of Thrones. I have nothing against Peter Dinklage. I just don't get why they chose him. Maybe because he's, the hot star of the year. Game of Thrones is a very popular show. We better get him. You know what else is very popular? The Walking Dead. So we got Lauren Cohen. Why are you in here? Lauren Cohen, I don't get it. You know what I mean? It's like, just because they're famous doesn't mean they're going to be great voice actors. I mean, Nathan Fillion's also in here. Once again, these guys aren't terrible. It's just why would the budget go there? I would like to hear someone like Bryan Cranston in the game. Maybe that's how people feel when they see, Peter Dinklage in the show, or in the game, because they like the show. So if Bryan Cranston was in the game, I like Breaking Bad, I'd probably be partial to it. But even more than that, I would be partial to someone that I don't know, someone's voice that I couldn't recognize, someone that I have no clue, because it could be its own character, you know what I mean? I don't know that voice as another person. It's not connected to any other character in the world. I mean, unless I go on the IMDb and then maybe it's a famous video game voiceover actor. But if I don't know who it is, I think it's a much better experience, just like in actual movies. If there's a face that I don't know and he's playing a character, then I don't associate him with any other roles, so it's a much better performance because I don't, think of another character or, oh yeah, he's just doing the same character from the other movies. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I would rather them have real voice actors rather than actors, because actors can act and use their own voice, as they do. But voice actors, they can, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. They can act with their voice without you having to see them, which I think is more impressive than you just being in your own skin, using your own voice, whatever. That's lame, I think. Not hating on Peter Dinklage or anybody else. I just think, the budget could have been used better, considering that, Peter Dinklage, he's the main character, and I have no connection to him. I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's cool. I don't like him at all. He's more of an annoyance because instead of having, walking up to an object he has to inspect, you have to hold like E or something and wait 5 seconds to confirm that he should be looking at it. When you walk next to that and it's safe to look at it, why doesn't he just fly over there? Come on, Peter Dinklage. I know that's not you controlling him, but why? Anyway, there's a number of other famous people in the acting list, which I don't get. So, the actors on the tower, the main hub world of the game, they're pretty poor. The voice acting is pretty poor, so I don't get where this budget went. And then going back to the music, like I said earlier, I guess Paul McCartney worked on it, and then, no, the money wasn't wasted on that, which, I mean, the music is good. I'm not hating on it, but the money wasn't wasted on that. Apparently, he did it for the creative value rather than, actual money. So, basically, I'm not sure where all the budget went. Maybe it all went into the depth of the multiplayer and the armor, I don't know, the later armor, and maybe all the money isn't even going to the game. Maybe it's going to the DLC, I don't know. Maybe all these raids they're working on. So, I don't get it. They shouldn't have spent that much money if they made this game. 7 out of 10 game doesn't deserve 500 million. So, yeah, basically, I don't know where the budget went, and, you know, I kind of wish they worked harder on the story, which is really short. So I'm not sure why they're making a DLC, because it's kind of like, hey, look how short we made this story that had little depth. Why don't we go over here and release some DLC that's story based, so they want to buy it because they feel like they haven't got the full product. No, fuck off, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna buy it. I'm glad I didn't pre-order it, because I don't pre-order DLC. Why would I pre-order something that I'm pretty sure the first DLC pack doesn't come out till December? And I'm not even getting a physical thing. So why would I do that? I don't get it. I really don't. The game isn't bad. I will still continue to play it. I will still continue to play the multiplayer. I will play the raids. You know, it's just, I don't get it. You know, I know they're going to have special events very often. It seems like that's what they're saying. So I will, you know, I'll still play the game. It's fun with friends, but any game is, really. I played Fear 3 with a friend, and it was fun. And that game's terrible. So, yeah, I will continue to play it, or at least try to. Anyway, just don't go into Destiny looking for a story on the level of Halo's. I know Halo isn't that, you know, it's not insane of a story, but it creates a world that you can believe in. Destiny just seems like a fucking hodgepodge of all these different sci-fi movies put into one, and then everybody's British. Why is everybody British? What the fuck? There's barely Americans. Why are there so many British people? I don't get it. That doesn't make sense. British people are gonna fall. Sorry about that. No hate to the British. I'm just fucking up. Alright. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. You know, I'm glad you stuck through this 7-minute video. Wow, that was quick. Me rambling about how the game isn't terrible, but it's not what I wanted. I don't know. I wish it was better. But, you know, we can't always have what we want. You know, Bungie, they can't always hit that mark that they've hit before, as we saw with ODST. But the thing is, a friend told me, I haven't looked this up, but this is probably real because I've heard other people reference sequels to Destiny. Somebody said it was going to be expanding a 10-year life cycle of sequels. Fuck off. No, please don't. Please don't be Assassin's Creed, right? This isn't your new Halo. This is a freaking MMO type game. If you're gonna do that, just build upon this game. Release yearly DLC, like what Madden should do. But they never will because they know they can get money. I don't know. I hope Bungie hasn't lost their integrity. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.